just over my shoulder here. That's where my mom spent her last days. Alzheimer's disease took her from us on June 10th of 2021. And I don't know if how familiar you are with Alzheimer's disease, but if one of your loved ones has it, you lose that person twice, when they actually leave this world and when their mind actually leaves their body. It's losing someone you love twice. Mom was this is our old house. We're in the process of getting Dad moved out of here, but this is where we grew up. We've been here since 1972, and this is where our home is. And this is where everything is attached. This house was like the sun in our neighborhood's solar system. It's because of my mom. That's just how it was, but that's how my mother was, and Alzheimer's disease took that from us. It took her. She was the brightest bulb of the chandelier. Everybody loved her. And she didn't know any strangers. But then Alzheimer's disease made everybody a stranger to her, because she didn't know herself, she didn't know us. And so I'm doing what I can to fight this disease, and somehow, some way. I don't know if there's going to be a cure to it anytime any soon, but we can help take care of Alzheimer's victims and their families right now until a disease or a cure is found for this disease. And so that's what I'm doing with the Jam to Remember. The Jam to Remember is going to be on May 7th out at Sliders in Decatur. And we've got 2 stages back there. 5 bands are donating their talent and time to this disease for you to come out and have a good time. We're going to raise some money. There's going to be ticket sales. That's kind of how we're raising funds here. My goal is $10,000. A lot of local artists and businesses are donating items for a silent auction to help me reach that goal. And what we're going to do with that money is all that money is going to go towards scholarships for either Alzheimer's research or direct patient care. Millikan University, for example, has got a good nursing program in town, and they might receive a scholarship out there. But the reason why it's called the Jam to Remember, music seemed to be a kind of a relaxing thing for Mom. When you play like Elvis Gospel or Statler Brothers or Anne Murray or something like that, it would calm her down, because Alzheimer's changed her in such a dramatic fashion. She was almost mean, and she was never mean. But that's what this goddamn disease does to people. I just can't sit on the sidelines and not do anything. That's why I'm asking for help. You would think doing a fundraiser, it would be kind of easy. Man, it's not. It's not easy at all. There are expenses going into it. I mean, you actually have to spend money to raise money. You'll figure. I am in the process of developing a 501c3, which I'm having a lawyer make sure it's legit and it's being done right, so it's completely transparent. That costs money. I'm also having T-shirt sales and a lot of other expenses that are popping up to make sure this event is run right, and that I need to raise money for. And that's why I'm asking everybody out there, for some help here. Like I said, my goal is $10,000, but to get this thing kicked off, the legal fees and some other material costs, I could sure use about $3,000 to get this thing off and running. And I'm not just doing this for Mom or for my family. There's a lot of my friends have lost parents to this disease. And that's the thing about this disease. If you get it, you're done. There's no cure for this. There is some research out now that suggests there might be. There's a book I'm going to be reading soon to see if that's even possible. But as far as to my knowledge and to some neurologists I spoke to, even at the Christie Clinic up in Bloomington, there's no cure for Alzheimer's. You get it, you're done. And that's not like I'm not trying to do anything like my disease is worse than yours. That's not the case. Cancer is horrible too. But Alzheimer's, it just is something so horrible to the person who gets it and to the family that has to deal with the disease. It's just almost incomprehensible. So I'm doing something about it. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing about it, but I'm doing what I think is the right thing about it. Mom went to Millikan University. She was a teacher until I came along and screwed that up. But Mom was a teacher, and that's where she went to school. So I would like to fund scholarships at Millikan in her honor. And to everybody else's honor who's had to deal with this disease. It's not, like I said, it's not just for mom. It's for everybody who's had to go through this disease. Like I said, we lose them twice, and that's horrible. So any help you can provide, I would certainly appreciate it. We'll get this thing off and running, and hopefully it's going to be an annual event. Like I said, this is the first year for this event. I've never done a fundraiser before, so there's going to be might be a bump or two along the road, and a learning experience. So that maybe in 23 it'll be better. 24 is better. The goal will keep getting higher and higher. We're going to fight this disease with all the means I have available to me. So, thank you. Thank you for listening.